morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Unless you're new, then hello, my name is Tori. So today we have 5 different Halloween decor items that I'm going to be showing you guys how to make. They are all pretty simple, pretty easy. I really believe that you guys can do it. Without further ado, let's get into the Halloween items. So the first thing we are going to be making is the evil wreath from Nightmare Before Christmas. It's basically a little wreath that you hang on the front of your house, and in Nightmare Before Christmas, it tries to eat people. This one's evil, so it has little arms going out, and it has really long teeth. Across the board, I think this is super cute, and I want to hang it right behind me and have its arms kind of laced throughout my little spooky area that I have set up in my room right now. The things you're gonna need for this craft: a circle wreath, which is, you know, a wreath in a circle, pretty self-explanatory. Then you're going to need some not circle wreath. This is called 9-foot non-lit branch garland. It's basically the same material as a wreath, but it goes out in like a strip, so it'll look like his little hands. Then you also need some felt. I think this is what it's called. I think this is felt. I'm not 100% sure. I should have Googled. You'll need red felt, yellow felt, black felt, and white felt for this. Is a glue gun and some scissors. Okay, let's move on to the floor. So while my hot glue gun is warming up, I'm gonna go ahead and cut out all the pieces for it. So let's make the little eyeballs. So now that I have the little eyes done, I'm gonna go ahead and make the teeth. So these are just very sharp and pointy teeth. When you're making the teeth, I would also make them a bunch of different lengths, so then the teeth will look a little bit more jagged. Okay, so this is all the teeth that I ended up making. So let's just go ahead and add that to a little pile. And then the last thing we have to make is his little bow. So you're gonna take your piece of fabric, fold it in half to around this length, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cut this into half. So when I fold it and glue the ends together, it'll kind of make a little bow. And then we are going to go ahead and cut out 2 more little strips. Cut these bad boys in half yet again. You're gonna cut a triangle out at the bottom of it, so you also have the bottoms of the bow. So it's gonna look loosely like this when you go to put it on. And then I also forgot, but we need to cut out a little circle for Jack's head. Okay, so now that we have all of the pieces done individually, we're gonna go ahead and put them onto the wreath. When you are using the hot glue gun, just be very careful because it is very hot and you will burn yourself if you're not careful. When you're gluing the teeth, make sure you apply the hot glue to the very top of the back. So when you go ahead and you flip it over, you can't actually see the hot glue. And also, make sure the teeth are like kind of inside this circle, so it looks like the teeth are coming out of his little mouth. And it's also okay if these teeth aren't like perfect and they kind of overlap and they overall look a little crazy, just because that is the, he is supposed to look a little spooky because he is like an evil wreath. So now that I have the top row done, I'm gonna go ahead and add some to the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these down just a little bit because I do think they might be a little bit too big. First we need to add end ribbons to the bow. And then we need to add just a big old clump of glue. This bad boy down. And then time to put the little Jack face down. So instead of cutting out felt for his little head, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a Sharpie and just draw it on. Beautiful. Okay, so now it is time to hang this bad boy up on my wall to see how it looks hanging up. So I am done with the first craft. It is time to hang her up on my wall behind me. This is what it ended up looking like. I don't really know how to hang up wreaths, so we're gonna take some like thread, tie it around the top of its head, and then we're gonna use this little string to go ahead and hang it up right there. Okay, Moment of truth. Perfect. Beautiful. 10 out of 10. Now it looks like it's guarding all of my weapons underneath it. So now that we have the base done, it is time to add the arms. Oh, it looks like it's like reaching out. This is too cute. Okay. We're done. I love it. I think it looks so cute. I love this. Wow. Look at him. Oh, look at him go. I love it. So craft number 1 has been completed. I love the outcome. I would give this craft a 10 out of 10. I think it looks so cute. It definitely takes up more room. And I love it. Look, it's so cute. I wish the arms were a little bit longer so I could have it like laced throughout my whole room. But that would be a little bit too long. So that's okay. So, time to go into the second hack. The second craft I'm going to be doing today are some little fake candles. My mom actually sent me this craft so that I could try. So this one's for you, Mom. I hope you like it. All you'll need for this craft is a pool noodle, preferably black, or whatever colored candle you would want. So if you want white candles, get a white pool noodle. If you want like an orange, a purple, and a green one, get one of each. But I'm gonna just be making some black candles so I could put in my little like Wicca corner. So you're also gonna want some fake candles so you don't actually burn your house down. I'm personally adding this step just to make it look a little bit more realistic. We are going to be melting some black candle wax on the outside so it kind of looks like it's dripping down. That's what we're gonna be going for. So the tools you'll need for this craft is something to cut your pool noodle with, as well as a blow dryer to melt your crayons with. So let's go ahead and move back onto my floor. So you're gonna wanna take your pool noodle and your scissors and just go ahead and cut out 3 different lengths. There's length number 1. We're just gonna go ahead and make it a little bit shorter. And then we're gonna want a shorter candle than this. And then we're gonna want an even shorter candle than that. So now that you have your 3 candle sizes, you're going to go ahead and make a little compartment inside the pool noodle to hold your candles. So I'm gonna do this by just making the circle a little bit bigger and then kind of just peel it out and then try it again. So I need it to be a little bit deeper, and you're just gonna wanna get it all the way in there so when it's on its side, it actually looks like it's just coming out of the little the pool noodle. This looks so funny, oh my goodness. I wasn't expecting it to like work that well. So once you have all 3 fake candles inside of your little pool floaties, you're going to go ahead and glue them all together. Hot glue does melt pool noodles. You will have to be a little bit patient for this part and kind of just hold them until they are dry enough to let go. Now you need to go ahead and grab your black crowns. You're gonna go ahead and take off the paper. Okay. And then you're gonna go ahead and take your peeled black crowns, and we are just going to go ahead and melt them. Okay, so this might just have to, may just not do the crown bit because it doesn't seem to want to have worked. Definitely made it a lot chalkier, which is a little weird, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and add this to my little Wicca area. I'm gonna go ahead and put the candles into this corner, so I do have to move everything over just a little bit. Put the little candles in there. So it's perfect because now I don't have to worry about it burning down my house, but it could still kind of look a little bit spooky. So on to the next hack. So hack number 2 has been completed. I think the candles are super cute. I definitely need to get super glue next time to glue them together so don't actually melt the pool noodle. but I think it looks super cute. So the next craft is a DIY rug. I'm so excited. I don't have any rugs in my house because my dog and cat peed on them and they're a little gross, so I'm gonna make my own rug. So the items you'll need for this hack is a bath mat. It's for like the shower, so you don't like slip in the shower, but you need one with holes in it. That is the important part. If it doesn't have holes in it, you won't be able to stab the little things through and tie things onto it. And then you're also going to need yarn. Benji got into my yarn and unraveled it all, so I have to untangle this as I go. But I'm going to be making a jack-o'-lantern rug. My plan is to kind of do a background of black and then make a little pumpkin. Hopefully I'll try. Make a little pumpkin and then make his little like eyes and mouth out of black again. So that is what we're gonna try today. I'm super excited. So let's go ahead and move back onto my floor. Oh no. Let me just get all my yarn. This is so sad. So you're gonna take your hand and the yarn and you're going to basically make little bundles. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you're going to cut it. Then you'll take one of the ends and kind of loop it around and then tie it. So you're kind of left with like a little figure 8. Oh wait, then you're gonna tie it like one more time, 2 more times, just to make sure it actually stays. And then you're gonna go ahead and cut all of these. And then you're going to take your bath mat. Let's start in the corner. This is gonna take so long. I'm gonna kind of lace it through. And then you're going to tie them both together on the other side of the rug. Once you have that done, I'm gonna go ahead and snip it. So that is the first little step of your shag rug. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the whole outline. I'm finally done with the rug. It took me 3 days. 3 days to do. I am tired. My back hurts. I want to take a long bath. But yeah, this took me not even like 3 half days. I literally woke up at 7 in the morning and spent 12 hours on this rug for the last 3 days. I've definitely found a technique that would be very useful for you guys to know, so you can do your rug in hopefully less time than me. But this is what it ended up looking like. Look at it, it's a pumpkin. Oh, it's so cute. The face is definitely a little bit weird, but I love it. I think it makes the pumpkin a lot cuter, especially because now you could definitely tell it was made by a hand. But I had to go back for like 8 bundles of yarn. So total, this was around maybe $34 to make, plus 36 hours of work. I definitely think it's worth it. So when you guys make your rug, I have 2 tips. Make as many of these as you possibly can and just make them, and then you can have them off to the side. And then when you go to actually insert your rug or insert them into it, you want to do 2 of them and then you skip one. Like, you see how these 2 are like connected to each other, like they share the same hole, and then you're gonna skip one and then do another 2 and then skip one and then do another 2 and then skip one, and then just do that for the entire rug. This looks crazy. Because when I started off, I did every single one down at the bottom, but then it started making the rug curve inwards or underneath itself a little bit. So when I started doing it this way, it lays more flat now, and I think it's very cute. A 10 out of 10, however it gets a 5 out of 10 for funness, because it hurts your back. You're literally sitting there for over 30 hours just stabbing little holes and tying knots, but it's not too fun. I listen to a lot of true crime videos. I listened to probably like 30 hours of true crime videos. So yeah, that's fun. So the next craft we're going to be doing is we are going to be hydro dipping some mason jars. So what you'll need for this craft is your mason jars or honestly any form of anything that you want to hydro dip. You will also need some spray paint, and you're going to need a plastic bin that is big enough to fit whatever item you want to hydro dip into very easily. So if you want to hydro dip a big chair, you'll need a very big bucket, or if you wanted to hydro dip just a little mason jar, you'll need a very small bucket. So let's go ahead and bring this outside. Woo! Okay, so I am outside now. The first step to hydro dipping is you need to fill your plastic container with some cold water, and then you're gonna go ahead and pick out the colors that you're going to hydro dip your item in. So for the first time, we're going to be doing green, purple, and gray for Oogie Boogie. Okay, I'm gonna finish this inside. It's a little bit too loud. The jar is just finished drying, and this is what it ends up looking like. I really like this one. I think this one is so cool with the gray and the orange. And also, you can't really tell, but it picked up some like really cool lining effects in these. This one I'm not as impressed with, just because I thought it was gonna be red. So I was going for like a Freddy Krueger type sweatshirt vibe, but since it turned out pink, doesn't really go with that vibe, so I'm gonna definitely have to redo this one. This one is another one where I just didn't read the colors, and also the blue is like very chalky and is slowly coming off, so I'm gonna definitely have to redo this one. The pink turned out really cool in this one though, but again, I thought it was gonna be red. And then my pride and joy, this one's so pretty. I love the greens and purples together. I also like how I threw in a little bit of gray in the back, so now I can have some like little spooky jars to put my things in. It's just cool to make little things that you could decorate your room with. At least I think it's super cool when you like make stuff to like decorate your room with, because then it's like you're making it, so you're like adding another level of like, not connection with the item, but like importance to it. So now it is time for the last craft. For the last craft, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make pillowcases. They are cases to go on your pillows. I know, very advanced explanation there. I'm gonna teach you how to make these pillowcases with like a little, you can like open it and close it so your pillows actually stay in your pillowcase. But yeah, I actually made this one by hand. It's very cute. Woo! What you would need for pillowcases is your pillow of choice, and then your fabric of choice. Today we are going to be making a Friday the 13th little Jason mask with little heart eyes pillowcases. Pillowcases are so easy. It is literally 4 lines of stitching, and then you're good. For this tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to make 16 by 16 pillowcases, just because that's the pillow that I have, and that's what this fabric's actually cut out to. For this tutorial, I'm going to say the long side is clearly the long side, and then the short side is the short side, okay? I'm glad we're on the same page here. So you're going to want the short side to be however long your pillow is. So let's say you're going to be doing a 16 by 16 pillow like this tutorial is. It's gonna be 16 inches. Easy, breezy, beautiful cover girl. And then for the long side, you're going to want to take 16 inches or whatever your short side is, multiply it by 2, and then add 5 inches. So for this example, this one would be 16 inches, and this would end up being 37 inches because 16 times 2 is 32 plus 5 is 37. Woo, look at us go. We are great at math. Now that you have your piece of fabric cut out, you're going to either hand sew it, which, you know, you sew it by hand, and you just, you know, try to sew. However, I'm going to be using a sewing machine because that is what I have, and it's a lot faster and a lot easier than sewing it by hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and move you guys over to my sewing machine. Welcome to my little desk. So this is where I sew, you know, journal here, I write stuff, I ship things out. This is basically where I do all of my stuff. I should definitely get a bigger desk because it's a little small, but I also painted it myself. Look at this beautiful paint job. Your first step of your pillowcases are going to be the little hems right here. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're going to want to fold it once and then fold it again. So once you sew it, you'll have like this nice little line. Move over a little bit, fold it once, fold it a second time. So once you have this side all pinned down, you are going to either hand stitch right here, and you're just gonna do like a simple, you poke through, pull it out, you poke it back through, you pull it out, all the way down. So you're gonna use basic stitch. You could do really any length. I like to keep mine on 2, and your width is going to be 0 because you do not want it to move side to side right now. You always wanna back stitch things, that way they don't fall apart later. Cut all your little extra pieces of thread off and throw them away, especially if you have cats, because your cats will eat your thread and then they will die, and that's not fun. Okay, then you're gonna do it again to the other side. So now that you have both sides hemmed, you're gonna go ahead, flip it over, and you're going to overlap them. So this part is a little bit tricky to do, but what you're going to want to do is pick whichever seam is your favorite. So for this one, we're gonna do this one. I'm gonna put that one down first, and fold the other one on top of it. And then you're gonna kind of mess around with it until this length is also 16 inches. So then once you're done, bam, you have a pillowcase. So I went ahead and measured it out. So this is around 16 inches across. I'm gonna go ahead and add some pins. Now, for this part, I also like to pin both sides of the area that I hemmed, just because sometimes when you're sewing, you'll miss one of them, so you won't actually pick it up. Okay, now once you have everything pinned, we're going to go ahead and switch up the settings. So you're gonna switch it to this one that looks like little full diagonal mountains. And you want to make sure they're the full ones, not the ones that look a little bit sketchy, the full ones. And then you're going to go ahead and make your width like a 2, or, you know, add some width in there. And then you're just going to go ahead and sew the end. Go ahead, cut off all those little threads. Turn her inside out. And then bam, you have a pillowcase. I'm just gonna go ahead and put your pillow in your pillowcase. Then, bam, you have your own custom-made pillowcase. So I love this. I think this is a super fun way to easily make things to decorate your house with. And especially since you made it yourself, I think it makes it so much better. Yeah, so let's go ahead and add this right next to my little Beetlejuice one. Also guys, if you do not want to make your own pillowcase, I do have a bunch of pillowcases still up for sale on my big cartel, so just click the little info card right now, or you can also check my description for my shop link, which will be there somewhere. But that is it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. You guys have been asking me to do some DIY videos, so I did one. I've been planning this one for a year. Very sad, but I finally did it. I'm very proud of myself. You know, as long as you eventually get to completing your goals, you're doing good. My favorite craft that I did today is a tie between this beautiful, beautiful beautiful woman behind me. I love this wreath. I think it's so cute. I love Nightmare Before Christmas, so I may have to try to make myself an evil teddy because I love it. That's my favorite character from Nightmare Before Christmas. Or I really like the pumpkin rug just because of the amount of effort, and I think it's cute. And now I have a rug that I made myself, which is pretty cool. How many people can actually say that they made their own rug? If you guys want to see me do more DIY videos in the future, please give me a big thumbs up. Also comment down below what was your favorite craft. If you guys want to subscribe, don't forget to hit the little icon that's inside the evil wreath's mouth right now. Or if you guys want to watch some of my other Halloween videos or my other DIY videos, I have playlists right here. And if you want to support this channel, make sure you check out my big cartel. I am still selling Halloween scrunchies as well as some pillowcases. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day, and I'll see y'all later.